hope everyone is can see my PPT now. So as you can see, this is me here, Ashwin. As I've introduced me before, my name is Ashwin. I'm a BCom graduate. I've just got done with my CA final exams today. I've been trading with Prateek sir since 4 years, and I'm actively into teaching uh, since last 2 years. So before I begin the session, uh, can I want to know how many of you traded index futures? How many of you trade index futures? Before I begin, how many of you trade index futures? By saying index, I mean Nifty and Bank Nifty. Nifty and Bank Nifty futures. Sandeep says he trades. Okay, Ashish trades in index futures. Only open PPT. Okay, that's okay. Fine. Kanapan. Raghav says, okay, Anu. Okay, I see a lot of people are trading in futures. Uh, okay, great. Okay, fine. So what I'll do is I'll just keep my PPT and investing.com screen because I think many of you are facing this mirror image issue. So I'll just keep my PPT open and in between I'll come here to just check out your chats, right? Is that fine, guys? Just in between and in 10-15 minutes I'll just come, we'll just listen to the strategy and in between I'll keep on checking the stats, right? Okay, great. So let us begin the session. Can anybody tell me how many types of gaps do you see in the market? How many types of gaps do you see in the market? Can I say this is a gap on this day? Can you see this day? Which one is this? If I have to see the date here, uh, this one. Is it 3rd July 2017? Is this a gap, right? Why do I call this a gap? Can anybody tell me why do I call this a gap? Can I call this an open gap? Not a, see, there are two types of gaps, right? One is the gap where the difference between yesterday's high, I mean this day's high, and the current day's low. So if you see the difference between this day high and this day's low, can you see a gap here? Let me enlarge it. Is it clear now? Can we see a gap here? Yes, gap up. Do you all agree with this? It's gap, right? Because why do I call this an open gap is, why do I call this an open gap? Because there is a difference between yesterday's high and today's low, right? Do you all agree? Open is higher compared to low. So in our strategy, what we are going to use is an open gap, right? So we'll just quickly jump into the strategy rules. We'll be breaking down the rules in parts, and once after breaking down into parts, we'll just build a system and then analyze the trades. Does that sound cool? Let me open my PPT. Uh, can you all see this? Let's have a look at the system now. So I'll be switching between my PPT and investing.com so that we'll be looking at the steps and simultaneously working on the charts as well. Is that great? Does that sound good? I'll be switching between my PPT and investing.com. We'll be looking at the rules-based system now, right? Enlarge it, please. Krishnamurthy, I've already enlarged it because if I still go on to enlarge it, it just gets smaller. So I'll be, as again, before I start with my setup, I'll be switching between my PPT and investing.com. And also in between, I don't know what's the issue today, the mirror issue, I don't know. But in between, I'll have to read your chats as well. So I'll just keep switching to read your chats, right? Right, please enlarge the screen. Okay. See, if I just enlarge my screen, it becomes smaller. So if I do that and someone said control tab, let me do. No, doesn't happen. Maybe I'll do that, right? Is that fine, right? Even let me just enlarge this. And let me open my PPT here. So let's have a look at the system, and this is the system which you have to follow regularly, guys. And once you are well, so what we'll do is we'll look step by step. We'll analyze the system step by step, and we'll also look at some of the charts towards the end so that you can start applying the strategy from tomorrow itself. And towards the end, I'll also show you the backtest report of this strategy of last 4 years. Does that sound cool? uh, can you all quickly type out a quick yes so that I can begin? Okay, cool. So I'll begin now, right? Okay, great. So I'll begin. So what does the step one say here in index gap strategy? What does the step one say? In step one, we look for open gaps, right? We'll go step by step, guys. I'll show you the system and we'll also analyze some of the charts later. The step one says we have to look for open gaps. Now I'll just go to my investing.com here and I'll click on this date. Uh, this date is, if I use the crosshair option, this date is 3rd July. So is this an open gap here, guys? Do we see an open gap on 3rd July? Do we see an open gap in 3rd July? On 3rd July? Yeah? No, Shivam, you are not late. We have just started the session. Can we see open gap on 3rd July? Yes, great. Now, there's another type of gap which we usually see. This is on 10th of July. Can we call this as an open gap? Is there a difference between yesterday's high and 10th July's low? What is a perfect open gap? Whether it is on 3rd July or 10th July? The perfect open gap is on 3rd July or 10th July? This one, 10 July or 3rd July? Which one is the open gap? So the step one says we have to look for open gap. So we see open gap on 3rd July or 10th July? We see on 3rd July, right? Why doesn't 10th July count on open gap? Because there is no difference on, if you see the candle on 10th July, there is no difference between yesterday's high and today's low. You all agree, right? But if you see on 3rd July, there is a difference. If you see the low on this day, if you see at the top, it is 9543.55, right? And the high on the previous day is 9535. So there is a gap, right? The 9543 and 9535. But if you look on 10 July, the low is 9646, but the high is 9642. So there is no open gap on 10 July. So yeah, so is the step one clear, guys? That we have to look for open gaps and not a proper gap. Like we just have to look for open gaps. Check 13 July. Okay, I'll just check 13 July. Yes, perfect. We look 13 July is an open gap as well. Do you think 13 July is an open gap as well? Because there is a difference between yesterday's high and today's low, right? Do you all agree? Is the step one clear for all? Is the step one clear? We'll go step by step, guys, and then we'll analyze all the steps in the chart later. Is the step one clear? Can you all quickly type out a yes so that I can go with step two? We have to look for open gaps in the step one, right? So let us go for the step two. Can anybody tell me what are the different types of trends that you see in the market? What are the three types of trends that you see in the market? Can I say there is a downtrend? Can I say there is an uptrend? And can I say there is a consolidating trend? There are three types of trends, right? One is a downtrend, one is an uptrend, and one is a consolidating trend, right? We all agree, right? So can I say the period from 20th June till 30th June, can I say this was a downtrend? You don't have to worry about lower swing highs or higher swing lows. Just by looking at the chart, can you say that the stock, the Nifty during this period was in downtrend from this period to this period. Yeah. Downtrend, uptrend, sideways. Perfect. Perfect. So everyone is giving the right answer. You sound like my physics professor, nostalgic. Okay, good to hear that, Abdul. Great. So you all agree, right? So what does step number 2 say? The previous trend should be a downtrend. So can I conclude by saying that when you look for an open gap, should the previous trend be an uptrend or a consolidating trend, or should the previous trend should be a downtrend? What does the rule say? The previous trend should be a downtrend. If the rule says the previous trend should be a downtrend, then can I say when the stock had when Nifty had, when there was an open gap on Nifty on 3rd July, can I say that the previous trend was down? And somebody mentioned 13th July, right? But what was the trend before 13th July? Can I say it was an uptrend? So does it qualify for our strategy? Does this qualify for our strategy? Uh, so the previous trend that you should look out for is the downtrend. So on 13th July also, if you see on 13th July, there was an open gap, but the previous trend was downtrend. If you see here, I'll just give you a comparison. On 13th July, if you see, the previous trend was uptrend. But in our strategy, what we look out for is the previous trend should be a downtrend. So if you look on if you see on 3rd July, the previous trend was down, so this qualifies for our strategy. Do you all agree with me? Is step 1 and step 2 clear? I'm just again coming to the chat box here to look at your replies. Is the step 1 and step 2 clear? Yeah, step 1 and step 2 clear है अब तक? The step 1 says आप open gap देखोगे and step 2 पे आप previous trend, open gap का जो previous trend होगा वो down trend होगा. अगर ओपन गैप का प्रीवियस ट्रेंड अप ट्रेंड होगा तो आप इग्नोर करोगे. ओपन गैप का प्रीवियस ट्रेंड अगर कंसोलिडेटिंग भी होगा तो भी आप इग्नोर करोगे. आप ये स्ट्रैटेजी तभी यूज करोगे जब भी आपका प्रीवियस ट्रेंड डाउन ट्रेंड हो, राइट? सो स्टेप 1 एंड स्टेप 2 इज क्लियर, राइट? And before I proceed with my further slides, Saket, open gap is, see, there are two types of gaps. So open gap is, let me show you with the help of the chart here. Saket, if you see on 3rd July, just look at these two candles here, one on 30th June and one on 3rd July. On 30th June, if you see, high is here. If I just a second, if I just take a horizontal line and place it here, this is the high, right? And this is this day's low. So is there a gap between yesterday's high and today's low, Saket? So this qualifies for an open gap. Is that clear, Saket? There should be a gap between yesterday's high and today's low. Only then it qualifies for the strategy. If you don't find any gaps, then you just ignore the strategy. Then the requirements of the system gets failed. Is the step 1 and step 2 clear? And before I proceed with my further slides, I just want you all to just take out your calculators, because we'll be doing some calculations, some basic calculations now. Can you all quickly remote your calculators? You can use it from your mobile phone, or if you have a calculator, you can use that as well, right? So just be ready with your calculators. So I hope step 1 and step 2 is clear and there is no doubt regarding step 1 and step 2. The step 1 says we have to look only for open gaps and no other type of gaps. And the step 2 says the previous trend should be a downtrend. So when the previous trend is an uptrend, you will ignore. If the previous trend is a consolidating trend, you will still ignore. Only when the previous trend is a downtrend, you will proceed for step 3, right? Let me again go back to my PPT. What does the step 3 say? Entry on the gap up candle. Fine. So when you look at step 1, you say you look for open gaps. Okay, you got an open gap on 3rd July. Perfect. You got an open gap on 3rd July. Then it says the previous trend should be a downtrend. You again go to the chart and the previous trend is a downtrend. Perfect. step 1 and step 2 is clear. And now when step 1 and step 2 is clear, only then you should proceed for step 3. On step 3, if you see, the entry is on gap up candle. The entry is on gap up candle. Now, when will you take the entry? See, you will come to know that the index has gapped up in the morning itself, right? Or when will you come to know that index, when will you come to know that when will you find that there is an open gap? Can I say that between 3:15 to 3:30 on this day, if I say here on 3rd July, between 3:15 to 3:30, that is last 15 minutes of market closing, can I safely say that it gets confirmed that we see an open gap? Yeah, I'm again coming to the chat. Yes, please check. I'll check that, Kanapin. आज का लो कब बनेगा, कैसे पता चलेगा? एग्जैक्टली मनीष, तो आज का लो हमें कभी पता चलेगा? लाइक 3:15 टू 3:30 जब भी मार्केट क्लोज होने वाला होता है, उसका 15 मिनट पहले तो आपको अंदाजा आ जाएगा, राइट? कि सुबह तो आपको पता चल जाएगा कि आज मार्केट गैप हुआ है, बट ओपन गैप कभी कंफर्म होगा? ओपन गैप तो लास्ट 15 मिनट पे तो कंफर्म हो ही जाएगा कि हाँ, ये येस्टरडे का हाई जो है वो ब्रेक नहीं करेगा. यू ऑल अग्री विद दिस? तो जब भी आपको लगता है कि हाँ, ये स्टेप नंबर 1 एंड स्टेप नंबर 2 और स्टेप नंबर 3 भी सेटिस्फाई कर गया, तो जिस दिन ओपन गैप हुआ है उस दिन 3:15 टू 3:30 के बीच में जो लास्ट 15 मिनट्स है, तब जाके आप एंट्री लोगे, राइट? एंड आप कभी एंट्री लोगे? आप किस पर एंट्री लोगे? इंडेक्स फ्यूचर्स पर लोगे, और आप इंट्राडे नहीं करोगे. इंट्राडे तो पॉसिबल नहीं है, लास्ट 15 मिनट में आप कैरी फॉरवर्ड तो नहीं कर सकते हो. तो आप क्या करोगे? आप इंडेक्स फ्यूचर्स लोगे, राइट? एंड इंडेक्स फ्यूचर्स किस मंथ के लेंगे? आप करंट मंथ के लेंगे इंडेक्स फ्यूचर्स. अगर आप नवंबर में ट्रेड कर रहे हो तो नवंबर फ्यूचर्स लोगे. अगर आप दिसंबर में ट्रेड कर रहे हो तो दिसंबर फ्यूचर्स लोगे. एंड no, you don't have to do BTST, Sunny. I'll come to that. You don't have to do BTST. So whenever Nifty gaps up on the gap up day, between 3:15 to 3:30 is when it gets confirmed that there is an open gap, and you go ahead and buy index futures. Is that clear? And the chart that you have to refer is the daily chart, no other chart. No 5-minute chart, no 10-minute chart, no 1-minute chart, no 30 minutes chart, no 1-hour chart. It's only the daily chart which you have to see. Is that clear? Step number 3, repeat. Sure, Sumit, I'll repeat step number 3. Let me go back to my PPT. Entry, it says entry on gap up candle. So what we see is, we see an open gap on 3rd July. Okay, perfect. Step number 1 is done. What is step number 2? The previous trend should be a downtrend. Okay, perfect. The previous trend is a downtrend. Now step number 3, assuming that you are on 3rd July and the time is 3:15 p.m. now, what you see is, okay, I don't think this is going to break yesterday's high. There is an open gap, and now I have to take my position. So between 3:15 to 3:30, you will go ahead and place a carry forward index futures order. Don't go for BTST, just go for carry forward. I agree that margin is higher in terms of carry forward, but towards the end I'll also show you the backtest report, and I'll also show you how this strategy has performed in the previous 4 years. So is the step 1, step 2 and step 3 clear? Is the step 1, step 2 and step 3 clear? Right, guys? So can everyone quickly type out a quick yes, clear, 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 so that I can proceed with step 4 now. See, you have to follow the rules very consistently, and you never have to deviate from the rules, guys. If you deviate from the rules, then see, no one is responsible. Even you are responsible for your profits and losses, right? So this is the system that you have to follow consistently. Carry forward means that you will carry forward your position for few days. It's not that you will buy and sell within the same day. नो गैप एंट्री के लिए कोई गैप परसेंटेज का क्राइटेरिया नहीं है. नो, जस्ट दैट अगर एक पॉइंट का भी डिफरेंस है कल का हाई और आज का लो से, फिर भी वो ओपन गैप ही होता है. I'll just switch between Hindi and English, guys, because some of you all want me to talk in English, some of you all want me to talk in Hindi. So what I'll do is I'll just talk in English and repeat the same in Hindi. So अगर एक पॉइंट का भी डिफरेंस होता है कल का हाई और आज का लो से, वो फिर भी ओपन गैप है. आपको कोई परसेंटेज देखना जरूरी नहीं है, right? So you don't have to see any percentages. It's just that you have to see an open gap. The previous trend should be a downtrend, and between 315 to 330 on the entry day is when you go ahead and buy index futures. The contract of the month. So if you are trading in November, you will buy November futures. If you are trading in December, you will buy December futures. If you buy Jan, you buy Jan futures. Is that clear? Is step 1, step 2, step 3 clear? Then I'll proceed with step 4 now, guys. So the coming steps are interesting. You have to be agile now, right? I'm again switching to my PPT. Now what does step 4 says? See, whenever you enter, there are two things which you have to keep in mind, right? One is the target, that is your exit, and one is your stop loss, right? So you have entered on the third, you have already entered the position because you have already passed step 3, right? You have already taken entry on the gap up candle, right? So once you have taken the entry, there are two things which comes to your mind. Where to place your stop loss, आप कहाँ पे stop loss place करोगे, and where should be your target, when you should exit. You should have an exit in place beforehand only, right? So जब भी आप एंट्री लोगे तो उसके साथ आपको स्टॉप लॉस और टारगेट दोनों डिसाइड करना होता है. वी ऑल अग्री? अब हम देखेंगे कि हम टारगेट और स्टॉप लॉस कैसे डिसाइड करेंगे. क्लियर? हम देखेंगे कि अब टारगेट और स्टॉप लॉस कैसे डिसाइड करेंगे. आई विल कम टू स्टेप 4. स्टेप 4 एक्सप्लेन करना बाकी है. स्टेप 4 इज स्टिल येट टू बी टॉट. Clear till now? I hope you are all finding very easy. I think nothing is going above your head, right? Everything is simple till now. Just have your calculators ready because we'll be doing some calculations now. Yeah, I have to frequently check your chat box because I'll have to verify the answers. I have to see whether the calculation matches or not, right? So I'm again going to the PPT. Just a second, guys. Sorry, I just by mistakenly closed the PPT. I have to open it again. Just a second, guys. So if someone is not ready with their calcs, they can get their calcs now. Yeah, I'll just restart in 10 seconds or so. Just give me a minute. Yes, perfect. So should we begin step number 4? Yeah, should we begin step number 4 now? I hope all your calculators are ready. Perfect. So what does step number 4 say? Let me open the PPT. Step number 4 says the target should be difference of previous day's candle high and low. The step 4 says आपने एंट्री तो ले लिया है, you have already taken the entry. Now you have to decide the target. आप कब exit करोगे? When you will exit is what you have to decide now. So the target is the difference of previous days. I mean जिस दिन open gap हुआ है उसका पहला दिन का जो candle है उसका high और low का difference will be your target. So if I have to check the chart, can I say the Nifty gave an open gap on 3rd July here, right? So what is the previous day? The previous candle, can I say the previous candle is 30th June? Can I say the previous candle is 30th June, guys? How to get the entry day? Gautam, entry day is when the stock has, I'm just telling stock, if I say stock, just assume it is Nifty 50 because we are working on index. Whenever the Nifty gave us an open gap, that is the day, that is an entry day. Whenever the Nifty has gapped up, that is an entry day. So one day before the entry day, let me show you the chart here. So the Nifty gapped up on 3rd July, right? So one day before 3rd July is 30th June because there was Saturday and Sunday here. So what is the previous candle for 3rd July? Is it 30th June? Do you all agree 30th June? 30th June. Do you all agree 30th June? Quickly type out a yes, guys. So if the previous candle is 30th June, I'll just give you a minute. What you have to do is you have to take your calculators and calculate the difference between high and low. High and low you will get at the top. Let me open the chart for you. On 30th June, just see the high and low here at the top. On 30th June, what is the high? The high on 30th June is 9535.80, right? If you see the high on 30th June, it is 9535.80, right? And what is the low? It is 9448.75. So the high is 9535.80 and the low is 9448.75. Can you all quickly calculate the difference between the high and low? Can you all quickly calculate the difference between high and low? Not 28th June. It is supposed to be 30th June because before 3rd July, if I open the chart, the Nifty had gapped up on 3rd July. Just before, just one day prior to your entry day is your 30th June. Just see at the bottom, it says 30th June. If you see 30th June, what is the difference between high and low? 30th June, 87.5. Let us see if you have got 87.5. Uh, Actually, Raviraj, the issue is you cannot see the chat on the same screen here. So I have to keep two tabs open. So if I'm teaching something, since it's based on calculations, I'll also have to look at your replies. So if anyone is finding any difficulty, so I have to keep switching between the chats. I know it's quite irritating, but I'm not doing it frequently because I want to answer as many queries as possible. So I want to see if everyone is getting the strategy or not. Bear with me, like I just want to check your answers. Yeah, 87.5. Let us see the difference. 87.5. I have my backtest report here. Okay, on 3rd July, the high is 9535.8 for 48.75. The difference is 87.05. So let me see how many of you all got 87.05. Great. Most of them have got 87.05. How did you get 57.3, Sunny? So the difference will be, see, the Nifty gapped up on 3rd July, right? So the previous day is 30th June. If you see the high, it is 9535.80. So just type 9535.80 on your calculator. So if you have typed 9.35, just deduct the low from the high. So the low is 9448.75. So 9535.80 minus 9448.75. You will get 87.5. 87.05. Is everyone getting the answer? 87.05. We just got done with step 4, guys. All those who are getting 57, all those who are getting 57, I hope you got it sorted now. The correct answer is 87.05. So when the Nifty has gapped up, so it gapped up on 3rd July. So the previous candle was 30th June. So what do you see on 30th June? The 30th June's high and 30th June's low. What do you do with the high and low of 30th June? You just deduct the low from the high. So 9535.80 minus 9448.75. When you deduct it, you will get answer as 87.05. For clear for all, guys? So we have done with step 1, step 2 is done, step 3 is done, the entry is done, and we have also identified our targets. We have identified our targets. So is all first 4 steps, is it clear? क्या पहला 4 स्टेप क्लियर है? पहला 4 स्टेप सबको क्लियर है? अब तक समझ में आ रहा है? क्या ये स्ट्रैटेजी इजी लग रहा है? I hope the strategy is not some rocket science. It is very simple. It's just that you have to do some basic calculations. Step 4, 87.05. Great, great, great. Perfect. Go ahead. Clear. Perfect. So I'm just again going to my PPT. So what does step 5 say? Let us look at step 5. Now once you have determined the target. So the target here is 87.05. Just note it down, guys. If you have a paper or a pen besides you, just note it down or just remember 87.05. So step 1 is done, step 2 is done, step 3 is done, step 4 is done. Now how to determine the exit? आपने पोजीशन तो ले लिया है स्टेप 3 पे, आपने कैरी फॉरवर्ड इंडेक्स फ्यूचर्स भी ले लिया है, बट आप कब एग्जिट करोगे? एक एग्जिट टाइम भी तो होना चाहिए, राइट? तो आपने टारगेट डिसाइड कर लिया है, अब टारगेट से एग्जिट कैसा डिसाइड करोगे? द एग्जिट विल बी द डिफरेंस कैलकुलेटेड इन स्टेप 4. So what is the difference calculated in step 4? We just calculated, right? 87.05. The difference calculated in step 4 plus high of entry day's candle. When is our entry day, guys? 3rd July, right? 3rd July is our entry day. Entry day का high क्या है? Entry day का high क्या है? What is the high of entry day? Is it 9624? क्या एंट्री डे का हाई 9624 है? स्टेप 5 बोलता है कि जो स्टेप 4 से आपको जो डिफरेंस आया, जो 87.05 है, वो 87.05 आप कहाँ पे ऐड करोगे? जो आपका एंट्री डे है ना, जो 3rd जुलाई, जिस दिन आपने एंट्री लिया है 3:15 और 3:30 के बीच, उस दिन का जो हाई है 9624, वहां पे आप 87 पॉइंट्स ऐड कर दो. सो 9624 प्लस 87.05, तो क्या आंसर आता है आपको? Just add 87.05 to 9624. एंड 9624 कहां से आया? जो एंट्री डे है ना 3rd जुलाई, जो एंट्री डे है, जिस दिन आपने 3:15 और 3:30 के बीच में एंट्री लिया, उस दिन एक हाई बनाया होगा स्टॉक, राइट? हाई तो पहले ही बन गया होगा दिन में, उसके लिए तो आप 3:15 या 3:30 तक ये नहीं होगे. I see the answers here. 9711.05. Yes, Arun, 87.05 is the difference. Now you have to add that difference to the high of entry days. 9711.05 is what everyone is getting. Let us verify the answer. Let me see how many people have got it right. The high of the entry day candle is 9624. Perfect. And the target is 9711. Perfect. So let me see how many of you all have got 9711. Great, great guys, great. Many of you all have got 9711. Perfect, guys. Yeah, one lot of Nifty is 75. Yeah, 75 quantities. So if you go ahead and buy index futures, so you have to pay some margin. So intraday margin is comparatively lower than carry forward margin. See, I'm assuming, I agree that in exactly 9711.05 is the target. See, what happens in index futures is, since you are carry forwarding your position, right? So you will be holding your position for a few days. It will depend. Now, when will you hold your position? Till what time will you hold your position? Till the time Nifty reaches 9711, right? So when you, on what was, see, on 3rd July, let me go back to the chart. आपने 3rd जुलाई को एंट्री लिया है यहाँ पे, अज्यूमिंग आपने क्लोज के रेंज पे लिया होगा, राइट? ये जब यहाँ पे क्लोज है, राइट, ये ओपन है, ये क्लोज है, तो ये 9611 के आसपास आपने एंट्री लिया होगा, राइट? तो आप एग्जिट कभी करोगे इस, राइट, एंड आप एग्जिट करोगे 9711 पर. See, for margin it is like 60,000. I'm talking about discount brokers, right? I don't know about traditional brokers. I think it's the same thing. Yeah, it's the same thing. So for carry forward, you have a slightly bigger margin. So you don't have to worry about margin. I'll show you the backtest report in some time and you'll be amazed of the hit ratio which this strategy has got. Let me just reveal the suspense here. This strategy, see, you won't find open gaps very often, right? ऐसे आपको महीने में एक बार होता होगा या पूरे साल में आपको 4-5 बार होता रहेगा, right? Now you tell me, if the previous trend is down, normal sentiment क्या होगा मार्केट में? मंदी चल रही है मार्केट पे, पब्लिक बेच रहे हैं, लाइक रिटेल आर सेलिंग, मे बी इंस्टीट्यूशनल आर सेलिंग, राइट, या मे बी देयर इज अ सेलिंग प्रेशर गोइंग ऑन, डाउन ट्रेंड है, प्रीवियस ट्रेंड, तो एकदम मंदी चल रही है। आप देख रहे हो चार्ट पे, हमने देखा जिस दिन एंट्री था 3 जुलाई को, उसके पहले एक डाउन ट्रेंड था। तो डाउन ट्रेंड में क्या हो रहा है, आप देख रहे हो, अरे डाउन है, गिर रहा है, मार्केट गिर रहा है, या 60,000 इज व्हाट इज रिक्वायर्ड मैवरिक। सो व्हेन यू सी द प्रीवियस डाउन ट्रेंड, आपको उसमें क्या लगता है कि हाँ मार्केट गिर रहा है, गिर रहा है, गिर रहा है, 4-5 दिन से गिर ही रहा है। सो उसमें क्या होता है, एक डर बैठ जाता है, राइट, गिरेगा, एग्जैक्टली एक डर बैठ जाता है कि यार ये मार्केट और गिरने वाला है कि कुछ होगा इसमें। एंड व्हाट यू सी इज, मार्केट इतना गिर रहा है एंड सडनली यू सी एन ओपन गैप। व्हाट डज दैट सिग्निफाई गाइस? नाउ यू टेल मी, व्हाट डज दिस ओपन गैप सिग्निफाई? कैन आई से दिस ओपन गैप मीन्स द चेंज इन सेंटीमेंट? अरे गिरेगा गिरेगा गिरेगा, बट देन सडनली देयर इज अ बाइंग इंटरेस्ट सीन, सडनली आपको एक बाइंग इंटरेस्ट दिख रहा है एंड स्टॉक एकदम गैप होता है, राइट? कैन आई से दैट एकदम ट्रेंड अचानक से रिवर्स ले लिया है, एकदम डाउन ट्रेंड था एंड सडनली आप देख रहे हो एकदम ओपन गैप आया है। लाइक अगर सपोज 100 में क्लोज हुआ है, 150 में खुला है। नाउ रिसेंटली वी सॉ, राइट, रिसेंटली हमने देखा जब भी अरुण जेटली जी ने जब ये रिकैपिटलाइजेशन का जब न्यूज आया था, आपने देखा जिस जैसे मार्केट ओपन हुआ एकदम 90-80 पॉइंट से ओपन हुआ, उसके बाद आप 3-4 दिन नोटिस किए होंगे तो 3-4 दिन वो ऊपर ही था, आपने देखा होगा वो। क्यों? क्योंकि उसके पहले मंदी थी, फिर सडनली एक अच्छा न्यूज आया, देयर वाज अ बाइंग सेंटीमेंट। नहीं, आज का कैंडल, एक गुड क्वेश्चन महेश, आज आई शो दैट आज का कैंडल इज डस टुडेस कैंडल क्वालिफाई फॉर दिस स्ट्रेटजी। या सडनली व्हाट हैज हैपेंड विद दैट न्यूज इज, एकदम सडन से एक बाइंग इंटरेस्ट आ गया, एक सडनली एक आत्मा जाग गई है सबसे कि हाँ अभी ये फिर से अभी मंदी खत्म हो गई है और अब तेजी चालू होगी। सो दैट इज व्हाई यू शुड ट्रेड ओनली ऑन ओपन गैप्स, like change in sentiment. Yeah, exactly. Even today was open up. Let us see today. If you see, let me show you today, guys. Okay, does this qualify for an open gap first? Tell me, does this qualify for an open gap? I agree this is a gap, but is this an open gap? Is there a difference between yesterday's high and today's low? क्या ये ओपन गैप है? क्या ये हमारे स्ट्रैटेजी में फिट होता है? सिर्फ हाँ या ना में मुझे जवाब दो। क्या ये ओपन गैप है? आई अग्री, गैप तो हुआ ही है, अग्रीड, गैप तो हुआ ही है, बट क्या ये हमारा स्ट्रैटेजी में फिट होता है? नो, क्योंकि हमारा स्ट्रैटेजी का स्टेप 1 ही इसमें फिट नहीं हो रहा है, तो हम स्टेप 2 पे तो जाएंगे ही नहीं। अगर स्टेप 1 ही नहीं हो रहा है तो स्टेप 2 में आपको जाना ही नहीं चाहिए, तो छोड़ देना चाहिए, फाइन। अभी जाने दो, मार्केट को ऊपर जाने दो, जब भी मार्केट फिर से गिरेगा, फिर से आप देखना कि ओपन गैप है कि नहीं। इज दैट क्लियर गाइस? अभी आपको समझ में आ रहा है डिफरेंस ओपन गैप और नॉर्मल गैप के बीच में? आपको हर एक स्टेप एकदम ध्यान से देखना होगा गाइस। लाइक अगर एक भी क्राइटेरिया अगर वो फुलफिल नहीं होता है तो आप आगे बढ़ना ही नहीं चाहिए। लाइक अगर स्टेप 1, ओके, स्टेप 1 आपको ओपन गैप दिखा, अगर स्टेप 2 में अगर अप ट्रेंड दिखा तो आप क्या स्टेप 3 पर जाओगे? स्टेप 1 पे तो आपको ओपन गैप दिखा, बट स्टेप 2 पे आपको अप ट्रेंड दिखा, अप ट्रेंड पे ओपन गैप दिखा, तो क्या स्टेप 3 पे प्रोसीड करोगे कि बंद कर दोगे आप? सिर्फ कंप्यूटर ऑफ कर देना और साइड पे बैठ जाना, क्योंकि ये, या दूसरा स्ट्रैटेजी क्रिएट करना। या समीर, आई एम जस्ट कमिंग टू द स्टॉप लॉस। सो या, सो so that's the thing guys. So yeah, again coming back to the ppt now guys, so all 4 steps are clear, right? हमने 5 स्टेप देख लिया है अब तक। अगर मैं पीपीटी खोलूं, स्टेप 1, स्टेप 2 हो गया, स्टेप 3 हो गया, स्टेप 4 हो गया, एग्जिट हो गया। एग्जिट हमने डिफाइन किया है 9711 पे। एंड वन मोर इंपॉर्टेंट थिंग इज, okay, let me ask you something guys, how many of you drive a car here? How many of you know to drive a car? We are discussing about stop loss now. 1 point below previous day's low. 1 point below previous day's low. How many of you know to drive a car? Okay, what's the maximum speed that you have driven your car? What's the maximum speed that you have driven your car? Yeah, 9536 will come to that. Yeah, I'll discuss about stop loss. No. This is only for index futures, guys. Just use it only for index futures. By saying index futures, I mean Nifty and Bank Nifty. That's it. Yeah, only Nifty and Bank Nifty, not for stock futures, right? Stock futures में अगर आप carry forward करोगे तो margin बहुत higher है. Initially, don't do that. Initially, just focus on Nifty and Bank Nifty futures. Okay, some is saying 180, 140. I think Maverick is the highest here. Maverick, what gives you confidence to drive the car at 180? And for all others who have said like 140, 150, I just want to ask you guys one question. What gives you the confidence to drive at such a high speed? Yeah. I'll show that, Arun. I'll show the backtest reports in just a minute. I'll just show the back. I'll just analyze one more chart and let's show that. What gives you the safety features? Exactly. Maverick says safety features. 120, 80 to 100, right? Safety features is the answer. So Maverick and all others. So just assuming that I've just removed your brake from your car, will you still go ahead and drive at 180? I'll remove the brake. Will you still go ahead and drive at 180? Safe car in a, can you show what did? Yeah, I'll show that, Maverick. I'll show. There's still some of the things which are left to discuss. I'm just discussing about the stop loss here. Maverick, if I just remove the brakes, will it still? Exactly. So whenever you take a position in the strategy, just ठान लो, आज ही ठान लो कि जब भी आप कोई भी strategy use करते हो, you have to go ahead with a stop loss. Stop loss के बिना आप enter करना ही नहीं चाहिए. अगर मैं ब्रेक निकाल दूं कार से फिर भी आप चलाओगे नहीं, राइट? क्योंकि एक डर रहता है, राइट? इसीलिए जब भी आप ट्रेडिंग करते हो, जस्ट इमेजिन आप स्टॉप लॉस के बिना ट्रेड कर रहे हो तो कितना आप रिस्क लेके ट्रेड कर रहे हो, राइट? कभी भी, एवरी टाइम, एवरी सिंगल टाइम, कभी भी डोंट ब्रिंग योर इमोशंस और एनीथिंग, एनी डैम थिंग इन माइंड. Every time you enter any strategy, whether it is my index strategy or any other strategies, you should place a stop loss. Do not worry about stop loss getting hit, guys. एक दो बार हिट होगा बट आप प्रॉफिट से बचोगे. उल्टा सुल्टा अगर न्यूज आ गया और मार्केट एकदम क्रैश हुआ, एंड ऑब्वियसली, एंड वन मोर थिंग इज इन कैरी फॉरवर्ड फ्यूचर्स में क्या होता है कि आपको स्टॉप लॉस डेली प्लेस करना होता है. यू ऑल नो, राइट? इन कैरी फॉरवर्ड you have to place stop loss daily. You all know, right? You all know this, right? When you are carry forwarding a position, you all have to enter stop loss daily. Exactly. Always keep emotion. Do not bring your emotion into trading. Yeah, you have to set stop loss daily because stop loss orders are valid only for a day, Maverick. So what happens is, so once you take entry on the gap up day, so at 3:30 what will happen is you will place a stop loss, but at 3:30 that order will get cancelled. So next day at 9:15, the first thing that you should do at 9:15, or you can use a or maybe AMO order as well, after market hours order. Just place a stop loss. The first thing that you should do daily at 9:15 is just to place your stop loss, right? Because you have put 60,000 amount, guys. 60,000 is not a small amount of money, right? You have to protect from your stop loss and you have to go for stop loss as well. Exactly. So daily 9:15 till our target. What was our target, guys? 9711, right? 9711 was our target. So till the time that 9711 is achieved, till that time, you daily at 9:15 you have to place the stop loss order. Yes. Let me again go back to the chart. The stop loss is 1 point below the previous day's candle low. Let me go back to the chart. Where is it? Here we are. 3rd July is our entry day. The previous day is 30th June. What is the low? Low is 9448.75. And the stop loss should be 1 point below previous day's candle low. Can you all tell me where will we place our stop loss daily? I want the answer. If the low is 9448.75, where will you place your answer? Somil, you can do that. You can place AMO orders as well. 9535. Okay, any other answers, guys? If I go back to the chart, the previous day low is the low is 9448.75. Just deduct 1 rupee from your 1 rupee or 1 point. 9447.75. Praveen, it's 75, not 5. 9447.75. Let me check how many of you all have got the correct answer. It's actually 1 point below. So the correct answer is 9447.75. 9447.75. 9447.75 is the right answer. Okay, many of you all have got. Samir, it's not 8447, it's 9447. 9447. Anup has got the right answer. Samir has got the right answer. Arun has got the right answer. Arun, it's not 0.05, it's 0.75. That's okay. You can just round it off. 9447.75. Okay, great, guys. Great. So is the setup clear, guys? Is step 1, step 2, and let me show here when did it achieve our target. Let us see. Okay, we took entry on 3rd July. On 4th July, the high was 9650, but our target is 9711. Okay, we still carry forward our position. What is higher? 9643. Okay, still 9711 is not achieved. On 6th July, it's 9,700. Okay, still 11 points close. We are just about to get our target. 9684. Oh, it's down. Oh, no. Oh, no. 9711. On this day, the high is 9782. So, how many days, guys? From 3rd July? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So, on 10th July, risk to reward is not good. Nagarjuna, risk to reward is not good. I'll show you the backtest report in just about a minute. I'll show you the accuracy of this strategy. Yeah, I'll just show you the accuracy. And also we'll analyze one more trade and then we'll wrap up the session. Is that clear, guys? Just in another 10 minutes, we'll wrap up the session. Cool. Should I show you the backtest report now? Let me show you the backtest report. Just have a look at the backtest report. These are all the trades for last 1 year. Only one stop loss is hit. Every time you have come with a profit. We'll analyze one more trade here. The 25th April trade we'll analyze. Maybe you can just take a screenshot and maybe verify for yourself later. Maybe on 10th, you can just analyze on 10th what happened on 10th. The stop loss got hit here. But if you see in the last 1 year, only one stop loss is hit. One stop loss has been hit. How about this strategy, guys? How is it? Good or bad? Let me show you the backtest of previous 4 years now. This is only for a year, right? Let me show you the backtest of previous 4 years. Can you all see the backtest report here, guys? If you see, this is from 3rd July 17, the one which we analyzed. And it went all the way. I had the data from 14 June 13. So it was 4 years and only 2 stop loss has been hit. If you see, there were 24 trades and only 2 trades have gone wrong, guys. 22 trades have given us profit. I agree the frequency of open gaps occurring is low, but every time it occurs, you are assured of a profit. Because if you see the backtest report of last 4 years, only 2 times the stop has been hit. How about this? It's awesome. No, just ignore on stocks. Just go on index. Just trade on Nifty index and Bank Nifty index. Should we analyze one more stock with all the rules? Just quickly analyze one more entry. Yeah. It will just take 5 minutes and then I just have something to tell and then we can wrap up the session. Can we quickly analyze? No, no, don't. Not about STBT. This is only a long strategy. So every time you will buy futures, hold it till your target and sell it on the target date. Uh, Unfortunately, I cannot share the backtest report, but what I can do is, if you want, you can just quickly take the screenshot of the same. So if you want, can you just take out the screenshot? Just take the screenshot quickly from your mobile and just type done. If someone wants the backtest report, just quickly take a screenshot. Maybe you can verify later. I have entered this. Just take out and type done. Just take a minute and we'll be analyzing this 24th April gap up. We'll be analyzing the 24th April stop now. Yeah, just have your calculators ready. We'll just quickly analyze within 3 minutes. Done? Done. How much opportunities came in last year? Maverick, in this year it was only 4 till now, and all the 4 had given us profits. So I think the last clause was in 15 February 16. So it has been 1 year that this strategy has given profit. I mean, the last 10 trades were in profit. Yeah, I think you guys will get the recording. This year it has been in profit. It has never went into loss. And from last 4 years, 24 in 4 years, that is like average 6 in a year. And it's a very good strategy, guys. I've shown the practice report. I mean, you can check for yourself as well. Should we quickly analyze 24th April now? So that it will, a quick revision, 24th April. Let me open the chart. Yeah, 24th April, right? So 24th April. Where is 24th April? 24th April. Okay, great, guys. Great. So what do you see here on this day? What do you see on 24th? Is the previous trend down? No, go with step by step. Do we see an open gap on 25.4? Do we see an open gap on 25th April? Step 1. Uh, yeah. Let us quickly analyze the stock and then I'll show you an Excel sheet. And maybe then you can take the screenshot, right? Let us quickly analyze. Just 10 more minutes, guys, and it will be done. Yeah, 24th April. Is this an open gap? Step 1 is clear. Now, what is step 2? The previous trend should be a downtrend. Can we say that the previous trend is down? This trend? Or we can safely say that the previous trend is down. Is the step 2 clear? Step 1, step 2 satisfy. Perfect. What is step 3? On the entry day between 3:15 to 3:30 is when we go ahead and buy. So assuming you have went ahead and bought Nifty futures here. So since we are dealing in, so I think 25th April will be the expiry week. So if you are in the expiry week, what you can do is you can go for next month futures. So if you are in the expiry week, just go for next month futures. Just keep this in mind. If you are in expiry week, just go for next month. So on 25th April, just go for May futures. So is step 1, step 2, step 3 clear? Step 1, step 2, step 3 clear? Now step 4 is what? Step 4 is the target, right? How do we calculate the target? Previous day's candle, high and low difference. It is reversing previous day candle. So quickly take out your calculators. If the entry was on 24th April, the previous day was 24th April. The entry on 25th and the previous day was 24th April, the day when the great Sachin Tendulkar was born. So on 24th April, what is the difference between the high and low? The difference between high and low, the high is 9225.4 and the low is 9130.55. I'll repeat, the previous day, the entry is on 25th, but on 24th, if you see, The high was 9225.4 and the low was 9130.55. What's the difference, guys? 95. Just quickly type out a difference. I'll see if you have got the correct answer. Okay. So the correct answer is 94.85. Perfect. 94.85 is the correct answer. Many of you all have got the correct answer. Perfect, guys. Perfect. Amazing. 94.85. So step 4 is clear. Quickly we'll go to step 5. What does step 5 say? The difference plus the high of entry day's candle. So if I again go back to the chart, the difference is 94.85, just add it to the high. So the high is 9309. So 9309.20 plus 94.85. This is a big profit, guys. 9309. This is 80, I mean, close to 100 points profit. That is like close to 7,500 rupees. And brokerage with TradeSmart Online is only 15 rupees. Just see the amount of money you are making, guys. Yeah. So how much is 9309 plus 94.85? The answer should be, okay, here is the answer, 9404.05. Correct. Krishnamurti has got the correct answer. Kantilal has got the correct answer. Perfect. 9404.05. How many of you all have got? Perfect. Has everyone got 9404.05? Is 9404.05. Has everyone got it? Now step 5 is stop loss. Where will you place your stop loss? 1 point below previous day's low. So what is previous day's low is? Previous day low is 9225.4. No, sorry, that is the high. The low is 9130.55. My bad. The low is 9130.55. Can I say the stop loss will be 9129.55? Can I say stop loss will be 9129.55? 9129.55. Perfect. 9404.05. Perfect. So the target is 9404. Now let us see in how many days did we achieve our profit. Perfect. Praveen, Samir, your answer is right. 9129.55 is the correct answer. Now let us see when did we achieve 9404. What's the high? What's the high? 9367. No. What's the high? 9367. Okay, it's been consolidating. 9342 is the high. Just look at the high, guys. Our target is 9404. 9352 here. 9346 here. 9365 here. 9377 still not achieved. We took our position on 25th April. And maybe on this day, 9414, did we achieve our profit on 10th May? We had to wait for quite a while here. I think 24, I think 6 days. Oh, we had to wait for 16 days, guys. But it still didn't hit our stop. Great. Approximately in 16 days, you have made 7,500 rupees. And what's the brokerage? If you have an account with TradeSmart Online, where the brokerage is only 15 rupees plus other taxes, which is just peanuts, imagine you'll still have 9,400. Just on a safer side, you will still have, 7,400 rupees with you in just 16 days, guys. And you can just calculate the return, like 7,000 in just 14 days. And it's a very safe entry. Okay, so is the strategy clear, guys? Will you be able to independently identify the strategy from now on? Yeah. Some of you all want to see the backtest results. Gaurav says he want to see the backtest results. Let me share the backtest results here. Yeah, for those who want the backtest results, you can check it out here. These are the trades from 3rd July 17. I'll slowly scroll down till here. If you see, when I just started out with the strategy, the first trade was a loss. The first trade was a complete loss. Then I gradually recovered the profit made enough profit here. Then again stop got hit, but then I had made enough returns and I've made enough money here as well. So 2017 and 16 have been a pretty good 2 years for me. So yeah, so great. So is this fine? Backtest report for last 24 trades. Just oh, having this for last 10 seconds, maybe just 5 more minutes, and then I'll wrap up the session. Cool. I think you'll also get the recording, maybe, and even then you can pause it and then take the screenshot of the screen. Right? Is the strategy clear? Tomorrow, if it gaps up, yes, Praveen, yes, because let us observe what will happen here. Okay, the previous trend has been down, right? We have to look for an open gap. If we get an open gap tomorrow, then you know what to do, how to calculate the target, because step 3 will be satisfied here. No, step 1, step 2 is the downtrend, and once tomorrow 315 to 330, just have a look at Nifty. If there is an open gap, just go ahead and buy. You can calculate the targets. If there's a gap of tomorrow here, you will take this candle as a base to calculate the difference. Is it clear, guys? No, this is only a long strategy. Do not go for the short strategy. This is only a long strategy. Great, guys. So that, how did you find today's session, guys? Was it good? I'm sorry for switching because I have to constantly read your chats just to see whether you're able to understand the strategy or not, because this involved calculations, and I just wanted to keep the session interactive. So if I just keep on speaking, it will be like a one-way traffic. So I had to just keep on switching between the chats, and there were some glitches. I'm sorry for that. IT, you don't know. There are something which is never in your control. Very useful, awesome. So interesting, except the video. I'm so sorry for the video, Krishnamurthy. I think it was something which was not in my hand. I don't know why there was a mirror here, mirror image. I still don't know. But bearing for that technical glitches, how did you find today's session? Was it good? On a rating from 1 to 10, 10 being very good, 5 being average, 0 being not very bad. If you have to give me a rating from 1 to 10, so yeah, so if you enjoyed today's session, guys, so TradeSmart Online, they conduct a lot of webinars daily. So the webinars are divided into free webinars, and if you want to learn advanced like strategies like this, you can enroll for the advanced class as well. I'll just go through the strategy here. Sorry, I'll just show you the screen. Um, Can you all see if you just click on tradesmartonline.com webinar? Uh, I think Puneet has just shared the link with you all. So you can see here, you can enroll. So we have this Nifty and Gap strategy today. I'll be taking intro to financial ratios tomorrow. So we'll be fundamentally analyzing some key ratios which you have to look for in a company. What we did today was technical. What we'll be doing tomorrow will be fundamental. Yeah, just enroll for intro to financial ratios as well. And then I'll be taking on open interest identification. We can analyze trends using open interest. Then there are Fibonacci retracements. Then there is ATR based stop loss. So there are a lot of webinars scheduled, guys. Just have a look. I'll suggest you book for all 6 webinars. uh, One thing I can guarantee is this webinar, all the 6 webinar will be as good as today's webinar. And if you are interested to enroll for the advanced courses, if you just want to, take a step further, what you can do is you can enroll for the advanced courses as well. The fees is very minimal compared to what is charged outside. The same strategy is charged somewhere in the range of 50 to 1 lakh. So if you use the advanced classes which are scheduled by TradeSmart Online, You can see it's very minimal. It's only 1,000 rupees plus GST. Very minimal, right? 1,000 rupees is nothing. And what you get in return is a bunch of good strategies. So you can enroll for all these three webinars if you find. And Pratik Sir will be taking intraday index strategy on this day. I think which day is this? On 18 November at 11 a.m. So do enroll for this strategy as well. Uh, uh, and so last week we had this webinar and the seats got filled very fast. So we have this only for first 50 students. I mean the first 50 attendees, if not students. So the first 50 attendees. So I'll just request you all to just book your seat and then maybe attend on 18 November. Yeah, is that fine, guys? And right? No, GST is applicable on education as well, Krishnamurthy. It's a supply of service, right? So GST is applicable to all. So we have to. It's a service. Yes, exactly. It's a service, and therefore it's GST. Link is not working. And also, I just want you all to. I have Puneet from TradeSmart Online here. Just clap for Puneet because he has been organizing. He has organized this webinar really well. So just give a round of applause for Puneet as well. Thank you, Puneet, for conducting this webinar in a smooth manner. Yeah. Thank you so much, guys. So, if you wish to get continuous updates from our side, what I'll suggest is just go through. Just click on the subscribe button. If you just go on YouTube, just type out TradeSmart Online and click on the subscribe button. If you found today's session very good, you just want to just continue the association with us, just click on subscribe. uh, it will be good for us because as a token of appreciation we'll take that. So just subscribe, guys, and also register for other webinars as well. There are a lot of free webinars and advanced webinars which are scheduled. And that's it, guys. So I hope you can independently analyze this index gap strategy. Can you all independently analyze this index gap strategy? Yes, Sumit has posted my email ID. So if you guys have any doubts, any queries relating to this, you can just drop me a mail and I'll be happy to solve your queries, guys. Yeah. So that's it, guys. So that's it from my end today. So yeah, thanks for sharing. Uh, Hopefully you had a great time and there was some value addition. There was some value addition which you took. I hope I didn't waste your precious 1 hour today. Any doubts? Someone has shared my email ID as well. You can just ask me any queries if you want. I'll be happy to help. Right? Yes. And also you can send an email to TradeSmart for any questions. Okay, guys, I'm just wrapping up the session now. I'll see you tomorrow at the same time, 7 o'clock. Hopefully tomorrow there will be no such technical glitches. Yeah, we'll see tomorrow at 7 p.m. with introduction to financial ratios. Good night, guys. See you tomorrow. Bye, guys.